people, we're back with another episode of Talk the Things, and it is a very special episode indeed. We are dedicating this episode to the women in reggae and dancehall industry, and it will be out today, which should be Women's International Day. So big up to all women. As you can see, it's me and
Chanel, no AKA, just Chanel.
And not also no AKA, no Elliot, no
Hold
Emperor
on,
else.
wait. Shh. Literally, there's
no Elliot. That's it. And we don't miss him none at all.
He might just pop up at the
He tried his best to get on the sofas, but there's no room. And without no delay, let's introduce our special guest. So, would you like to introduce yourselves to the audience? For the people that don't know you, and also people that are familiar with you, let them know a bit about what you do about yourselves, your name, and so on.
Hi, I'm Portia Clark. I am a music and culture consultant. I work with brands like Red Bull, Bacardi, Ray Nephew. Based in the UK, but I work with different territories: Jamaica, New York, Miami. I've worked on projects like Red Bull Culture Clash Atlanta, UK, More Life, which was the first all reggae dancehall concert to trend on social media. So that's kind of like in a nutshell regarding the reggae and dancehall scene of what I do. But I also cross over to like UK grime, hip hop and stuff like that.
Amazing. Next.
Hi everyone. My name's Marla Brown. I am a reggae artist, born and raised in London, UK. I am the youngest child and daughter of the late great Crown Prince Dennis Brown and Yvonne Special.
Lovely.
Then on my side,
hi, I'm Stishy, a reggae singer, recently crowned Miss Reggae Gold, and I'm also heavily invested in community development in Hackney.
Hi, I'm Jodie Anati. I'm a recording artist. I do rap, dancehall, and singing. I just love music.
Amazing. So as you can tell from the introductions alone, the caliber of talent is
huge.
Way up. So we're gonna kick it off, and we're gonna ask. We want to base the interview to be positive, but we will address if there are any negative experiences that any of our ladies have encountered being a female in the industry. And we also are going to address the positives as well. So we're going to kick off with me asking for everybody to answer. Have you encountered any difficulties, any hurdles in the industry? And do you feel that it has been because you are a lady in the industry? And if you have faced any hurdles, how did you deal with that and how did it make you feel? Who would like to kick off with that?
We're all looking at each other. So we all experience something.
Yeah, seriously.
I think for me, one thing, if it's specific to being a woman, I'd say kind of appearance. I feel a lot of women in the industry are kind of sexualized or it's glamorized. So if you're more reserved or conservative and you're not necessarily someone who's bright colors, like daring clothes, you're kind of looked at as, are you kind of like, do you feel like you're better than us? Are you not confident? Does she not have it? Is she not there? So I feel for myself anyway, I'd say that I'm kind of on the border because I do love my dress and my heels, but personality wise, I'm not as out there and as blasé as a lot of my peers. So I think that for me would be a big obstacle. But I also I just take it as my unique selling point. So you kind of just take it and work with it.
And let your music do the talking. That's because it definitely speaks volumes. So I will say that.
I think touching on that as well, I think you overcome and you come to a hurdle where you're challenging yourself, and it's a case where you need to accept who you are. Because you don't need to conform, you know. And I don't know about you guys, but when I started, I felt like I had to dress a certain way, and although I'm writing what I'm saying, it may conflict with how I look. But people need to put the two together and embrace you for you, because we're all human beings at the end of the day, and you know, we all have that drive for love and stuff like that. So I think for me, the only challenge was identifying who I was and market who I am
Yeah.
for everyone else to appreciate.
Okay. So would you say on the performing side, because it's the ladies at the performing side, I'm getting the vibe that the biggest barrier that you've had to face is appearance. Yeah, appearance.
Not for me.
Not for you.
Not for me.
What have you?
I remember my first experience of feeling like, like I was just not wanted.
Okay.
Was not long ago. It was December. It was a big show actually. There had a few big names who performed in Birmingham. It was the Reggae Winterfest.
I remember the show.
So I went to Birmingham.
Okay.
And I wasn't on the lineup. So somebody just said, hey, listen, come and perform your tune because I want people to know about you.
Yeah.
So me excited, gone to Birmingham. When it was the guy's time, because I was on his set,
Okay.
he brought me on. He didn't want me to come on in the first place. So anyways, he's done about 4 or 5 tracks.
Right.
Crowd's giving him a hype and that. I go on the stage for not even a minute. Everything's going well.
Yeah.
Wheeling up the tune, the crowd's going good. The man come back for the mic.
Oh.
He came back for the mic. Let me tell you, 1 minute, and I've got proof of it. I've got the performance on my Instagram page.
Wow.
And when people see that performance, they don't really know where the drive and that anger's coming from in that performance. But it was because of that, because I felt like, why can't I just do my song? I just want to do my song.
Yeah.
But then
For the exposure.
it led from there, it led to the London performance. He did not allow me to come on the stage. After the Birmingham performance, everything went well.
Yeah.
At London,
Yeah.
he made sure I
That
did
you
not
didn't
come
get
on the stage.
I don't understand stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that is not nice.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
It's fine.
my
When you
heart.
get, once you've got capture of that audience, you don't want to let it go. So he just got greedy at that time. So I don't know, don't even add me on. But he probably did want you to come on, but because maybe he's not experienced that much love before, so maybe that's what he did.
But then
And he could see,
you at the same
you
time.
getting the crowd going.
Yeah,
And
and
sometimes
you don't
men
wanna
feel
let it go. I
needed
sometimes men feel intimidated.
It's true. It's
Yeah,
true.
remember I told
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
But you know, at the end of the day, he should be wanting to share that exposure with you.
And you get more ratings when you find
Exactly.
somebody.
And that's what I was gonna say. Not that he can take credit for your talent, but he can take a little bit of credit that I bust her on this and make people from Birmingham know who she is
It's
now.
all about
And she
working
come
together.
underneath my wing, and you share that joint. That could be a joint experience, and people are gonna remember your performance as it was wicked, and then it went to a next height when he brought out My Girl, when he brought out Jodie and Rere, and then if you can come up and he can still continue that height, do you understand me? He's gonna get a strength off of it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's unfortunate that you experienced
No, it was
that.
fortunate.
What I was
I
gonna
was
say,
about
what
to
did you
say
take? What do you
something
take
like
from
that.
it? What do you take from
For
that?
me, I needed that kick up the arse.
Okay.
Because I was just so comfortable, and I'm coming from a singing background where I usually just sing. So that was my first dancehall performance.
Okay.
And when I realized that, whoa, wait, this is a mean game. Like people have told me before. But then I was like, you know what? I was like, all right, this ain't ever gonna happen again. The next time I do a dancehall show, I want my name to be on the list.
Yes.
I don't want to be like
Relying
coming
on
on your
those.
set,
Yeah.
like your 10-minute set that you bring me on, and then you're gonna tell me about me not perform and blah blah blah. Yo, listen, it's not happening. It's not happening next time.
No, that's good. And it's good that you could take that from
Yeah.
from that experience, and that's what I said. You take a negative and you take the positive from it, and
Yes.
that's how you grow.
Yeah.
And that's the performance side. Have you encountered any any career barriers or anything like that?
Because
Or-
your job is quite, your job is
Oh
there.
boy, I mean, so there's different aspects of it. There's the part that I see that the artists have to go through,
Yeah.
and in a sense protect the artist. Whether it be mainly like female artists.
Okay.
But then regarding myself working behind the scenes, I find it's more when I'm not working and I'm in my personal time. If I'm out,
Yeah.
and I love to dress up.
Yeah.
Look at my socials, or know me. I love to dress up. I'm
Yeah.
a heels dress. I'm a girly girl.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have found that men kind of get it twisted, and kind of they see you out of a work environment, and Portia OP looks different,
Yeah.
and they think they can have that kind of conversation, and it's like,
No.
I don't play that game.
Yeah.
But then also in a professional, I've had artists, I've had promoters, DJs, whatever, trying to talk to me in a not so professional way, but it's how you handle yourself.
Like when you say
I don't play that
professional
game.
way, like propositioning you.
Yeah, definitely. But I don't play that game.
'Cause-
I don't play that
How
game
does that?
at
How does
all.
that? How does that?
I don't play it.
Yeah.
Are you
don't play
hearing this? Portia Clark does not
I don't
play
play
it.
We don't play
So
them
know
games
what
here.
y'all do.
We don't play them games. And,
Simple.
and I think for me, once you have that stance and you're firm with what you say,
Yeah.
your no's are your no's and your yeses are your yeses.
That's right.
Yeah.
People don't now, not so much. I'm not into that.
Yeah.
And you know what? There's
Men
some
will
people that are
always
into
try.
it. They like the light,
Yeah.
so they will entertain.
But it's not fair just because I'm a female in this industry that you feel that it's okay to come and proposition me, because it's all that thing that I know Elliot's not on the show, but I know he wanted to address this little, the Weinstein, that thing that's going on in Hollywood, where all of all of the Hollywood mega actresses are coming out now and saying that this mega director or whoever he is, was sexually advanced to them and said that's the way you can come up, and a lot of them was quiet and didn't speak up about it. And I was wondering if this happens in our industry as well, because you don't hear of it, and if you do hear of it, it's kind of a slander to the woman. Or she sleep with that artist and that producer to get where she did. That's why she have that tune.
I think from my side of things, in different territories, it's very different.
Okay.
So I find in the European market, I wouldn't say more professional, but the sexual side of the exploitation is a little more calmed down, whereas America and unfortunately Jamaica is a lot more in your face and acceptable. And again, the dancehall and the reggae scene is slightly different when it comes to that. It's different. There's some cultures where, especially in the dancehall, where it's kind of okay. And girls are singing certain songs where it's like, and remember, and this is not to stick up for men, but a man is a man. So whether or not you work in the field or not, if a man is attracted to you or he sees the flesh, he's not seeing that we work together. He's just seeing you're a woman.
Okay.
So it's
would
like,
you say the responsibilities for the woman to?
Of course, there's a responsibility in both parts.
Yeah.
But again, make your nose be
I
your
think
nose.
you just need to be sure.
Make your nose be your nose.
It's true.
Your nose be your nose and your yeses be your yeses. And if you're going to be doing your yeses, own what you're doing. At the end of the day.
Definitely.
To add on to that, I was just going to say a lot of women that I've spoken to, if they've been in that situation, or what I've seen when they're in that situation, a lot of women, I don't know if it's a lack of confidence or not, like, sure you don't want to jeopardize your career. If someone's advancement them, it's like, stop, like, all of that business, sis.
You see
that,
so much.
To a lot of men, is like, just
Yeah,
try a bit harder.
yeah,
And
you want it.
It's a challenge.
I understand for some people that's their nature, they're just
That's how they
gentle
think.
people.
Yeah.
But if you're, and then later when he does that, have that energy when he is there.
Yeah.
You don't have to be disrespectful. You don't have to call him out of his name. You don't have to come out of character. Sometimes it's, brethren, I'm nice. Yeah? Sometimes let them just hear it.
I've got a
And
question for you guys though, but do you guys, for me, I've been very fortunate. I've had a lot of males around me that have been very protective of me when I came up in it. So I've also had that, and I've had those alliances.
Okay.
So I feel like some men might think it, but they haven't even said it.
Yeah.
So, and I think you probably would have had similar, potentially like some protection around you. No?
Oh, constant, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've never been in this situation.
Whereas in not every woman has that privilege, and some are coming out on their own, and the first person that is gonna, take them under their wing is most likely going to be a male person, and the advances could happen.
Yeah.
And I just feel like not every woman is gonna have the confidence to turn around and be like, well, actually, brethren, like she would say, I'm nice. Like, I don't need that advantage, because then there's 100,000 questions. Well, is he now going to knock me back? If I don't, how am I going to get my career propelled into the future? And obviously, every woman on this panel seems like a very strong, determined woman and knows themselves and knows what they would tolerate and how to handle themselves. But a lot of women and young females do not. And even if they come across as fierce on camera or maybe sexualized on camera, this is their persona that they have as a performer or whatever it is, what they feel they have to. But me in a room by myself with a male now, how do I handle myself?
Yeah.
I think that's where we as women come in. I feel like in the industry, that's probably a whole other topic, but just to hint on it, that's where we need to kind of
come together.
You must be able to say there's a sister in my industry that I can reach out and say, do you know what? Like, have you been through this? Like, this virgin's giving me a bit of a hard time. How do you know what I mean? There must be that kind of. Like,
that's
nice. I think there is it.
Yeah,
there,
I was going to say, go on
is
to that topic. That's nice. Is there? Do you feel like women in the industry are united, or do you feel like it's?
Do you think they support?
Oh wait, no.
Oh whoa.
Actually, let me not say no. I'd say not as much as it's claimed that there is. This woman power,
right?
There is a lot of it.
There's a
but
conversation
about
it, but for it to be in action, you don't see a lot of it.
There's too much jealousy.
What? Okay. What?
No
do
one
you
wants to
think-
be the first
Everyone
one.
knows. Everyone's
Yeah.
fighting to be recognised. It's all recognition.
Yeah.
And until you get over that, like, I don't care, let me just do me.
Yeah.
Let me uplift my sister.
That's
That's
right.
where the focus needs to be. It's not there.
Okay.
I don't agree. I mean, when you say what
Depends.
how do you see that being? Like, how would you say would be the action?
Well,
to
I've
show
done
that?
it. I put out a collaborated single called Survivor All Stars.
Yeah.
So I had an
I saw
original.
this.
I had an original single called Survivor, just celebrating self. You know, no matter what life throws at you, you will overcome.
Yeah.
So I got sisterins that I respect in the industry, and I said, look, I can't preach unity and don't practice it. So I made sure everyone let me know your story, put it in a song, and there's 7 of us all on one track. So I feel like unless you speak it and put it into existence, it's not going to happen.
And it
And
is
it
a
worked,
rarity for
you know?
me as a listener. It is a rarity, and you do think, oh well, I would like to see this person, that person collaborate, and you do wonder, is it just that the connection's not there, or
are we just thinking it as outsiders, or are they actually thinking it themselves?
but not even, because even prime example, putting this together, this whole thing that we're doing now, this show together, it was like, I feel like a lot of people were reserved because they didn't know who else was going to be on the show, and if they're going to be tension, or is this person going to upstage me, and no one was saying these words as such, so I could just be jumping to conclusions. But it was kind of like the vibe that I was getting, and it is, you know, I just wanted to jump through the phone and shake people and say, just come and show up and just
It's a
and come in,
conversation.
because at the end of the day, it's networking, it's conversations. You all have something in common.
And we should all be supporting
So-
each other.
And also, as much as we say the man that make it hard for us, sometimes our own worst enemies are our own sisters.
Yeah, it's very true.
That is 100% true.
That's true. One good. But it's true. It's true.
Validation.
Okay. And have you experienced that as well? Have you experienced, like, I heard you say over there, like, jealousy. Have you experienced that? Or?
You're always gonna get that jealousy. Some people just won't like you. Some people love you.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think it's just yourself. How do you operate as an individual? People are going to hate you. If you're not getting that sort of respect or love from people, just move forward. Just continue to do your thing. I've been around people who they just don't like me for no reason. I don't understand. And I've got people
That's
who
life.
love me. I've got people who like Jodie and Natty. So I'm like, okay, well, you're not relevant then.
Yeah,
You know?
it doesn't
You
matter.
do you and I'll do me.
Yeah.
Sometimes the people you think don't like you, they like you, but they don't know how to like you.
Yeah, that can show.
I know it sounds weird out loud. I don't really speak English all the time. But sometimes, especially with women, I found that a lot of them will have like this energy. You might see her at this show a couple of times, and you don't speak, but you know each other, you follow each other, but no one wants to be the first one to say, "Hi, you're right," because you don't know what they're especially among.
I am not following you,
Especially among
and I
black
cannot say
women.
hello to you in public. It's not happening.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
No.
you'd say that, and I think that's really commendable. But unfortunately, there's a lot of
People
women.
like that.
Maybe
I'm
it's
too nice to
bad
people.
experiences.
I'm one of those ones.
There's no such thing as too nice.
I'll be really nice.
There's
I'll
no such
be
thing as
really
nice.
friendly, and then I realize that, wait, hold on.
I don't think that's a woman thing though. I think that's just people in
personality.
Yeah, it's
general.
just-
And
yeah.
I think it's also people are intimidated by whatever reason it is. It could be insecurity of their own, but a lot of people will see you, maybe the image that you have or whatever, and just think, perception is a lot. It's a big thing, and they might perceive you one way, and as soon as you open your mouth and speak to them, I hear it a lot. Oh, well, I was expecting you to be this nice.
Yeah.
Really? Why? Like, do I go around swearing, shouting at people? Did you see me beat up somebody yesterday? Why did you think I was going to be a nice person? Because of the way that I'm dressed, or because I'm not walking around smiling ear to ear? Like, I'm not going to do that. That's not my face. So, but I think you get that with men as well. Men will have a perception and maybe not approach you because of an image that you have. And I feel like perceptions need to be broken down, and people should feel free to dress the way they want to dress, or carry themselves the way they want to carry themselves, and take people for what they are, the talent for what they have. Like you saying, one of your barriers you think is your image, and you don't know if it's because you're not sexualized. I don't know if you guys watched the Alakai Harley show that we did recently, but she said an important point, because I was just like, yeah, I feel like if you're sexualized you get more attention, but then she made a point saying, I don't think it's that. I feel like any role that you take on, you just need to times it by 100
and own it.
So if you are a person that is conscious and you do 100% own it. If you're a person that's sexualized or whatever, 100% own it.
I agree. In reggae though, because I'm a reggae artist. In reggae, there's a flip side to that. And what I was when I say flip side, what I mean is, for example, myself, when I used to do, like, I remember one time I did the Legends of Reggae tour with Queen Africa, and I came on the stage.
I'm happy you said Queen Africa, I'm going to get to her.
Yeah, I love her. She's like my mentor, she's like my mom, I love her. But one time I went on stage, and all the rest of my backstage were like, you're a reggae singer, and I shot this, and I scared time, and I even come from Jamaica, and then when you come on stage, they're like, yo, yeah. So sometimes it's not even just that you're not sexualized enough. In reggae, there's like a stigma. You have to have locks, cover your hair, long to the ground. I've seen there's so many people that have the long locks, the red, gold, and green, and your heart is not Rastafari.
Of course,
it's not a costume. It's not a costume. You don't have to be an external Rasta. You can be an internal one. And I think in reggae, that's something that is one of our biggest challenges.
It's a lot of
judgment. Women are not embraced enough if you don't fit a certain image criteria. And I think considering we sing about certain things. Anyway, that's it. Let me just. Don't stop.
But you said something. You said that Queen Africa is like a mentor to you, like a mum.
Yeah.
So back to what we were saying earlier on, there are women in the industry that are actively supporting. So I think that's very important, because I know there's several women in the industry who, from Reggae and Dancehall, that have my back 100 and vice versa. But I just think that sometimes, I think for the artist, it's more of and what you were saying earlier, on the front as consumers and fans, it might not seem like there's a unity, but behind the scenes,
there's a disconnect.
I do feel that there is unity to an extent, and I feel like with men, there's the most amount of drama going on with men.
Of course.
There's the most amount of drama, and there are women that are actively supporting, like you said, like Queen Africa for you. I've got my own as well, and I think that because we don't see on the front particular artists working together, nothing happens before time, and sometimes artists are not at that place where they have that understanding.
That's good. I think we should speak more of it and put it out there, like you said, being active. So it's even not just action, but if we keep speaking more about that, actually there is unity. And like you said, you have people that you can rely on and fall back on, and that have your back, and from the industry side, and you have people that you can look up to. So I think you just have to keep that momentum going, and also be that person that someone can turn to you. And you know, I think that speaks volumes, but we're going to move on. Is there anything you want to say, Chanel?
Yeah, I was going to just say, why do you think there's not a lot of projects going on, like with people collaborating with each other? And
elaborate on that a bit more, sorry.
So, you know, like, we have like projects.
I think
would you say
musical projects or like shows? In general? I think in general, like in shows as well. I don't like. I've never heard of you before. We did this research. I didn't, and I was just like, wow, this woman does so much. She's got so much in it. That's amazing.
Yeah, we don't see you.
Why have I work behind the scenes?
But even still, there are many people that work behind the scenes that are male, and I know I've heard their voice. I've heard their name.
Behind every man is a woman.
Why do you have to hear about her?
It's not just that, but if I'm hearing men, why am I not hearing?
Why are we not hearing female?
Do you understand?
Okay, but remember saying behind every man is a good woman.
Yeah, but speak of her.
But we should celebrate
Uplift
her at the
her.
same
Yeah.
time.
You know what it is?
I know it's not
if
about
you
looking.
wanna
It's
be
not. I'm not talking
celebrated.
about the
Not everybody
fame
wants to be.
side. I'm not talking about
No, I
anything
understand
like
what you
that.
mean.
But
Celebrating your work.
there, like I said, there's little girls that are gonna be watching this show. That, like you said, they might not be a singer.
Yeah.
They might, but they want to go into the industry, and they might be thinking to
We
themselves.
were talking about this earlier, and I was
Yeah.
speaking about it a lot to my friends
Yeah.
lately. I mean, you know, for me, my stance on it is I'm happy behind the scenes. It's only recently where I made a conscious decision and I've said that, you know, I want younger women to know, younger girls, the 10-year-old
it.
And
Portia,
saying that-
to know that you don't have to be a singer. No, nothing wrong with being a singer or being a model or rapper, but there are many women
Yes.
that work behind the scenes
This is it.
that are killing it.
This is it, and this is what I'm saying.
We're the ones that
I
get the
wanna
contract
hear those
signed.
names. Yeah.
We're the ones that do the
Yeah.
PR campaigns.
And
We're the ones that do the
they
budget.
know what?
We should know that anyway. We should know
Like-
that because no disrespect to men, but they don't know their head to their tail. So you must know when something's running.
Oh no.
There's a woman behind
Let's
it.
get rid of them. Let's love them. That's what I'm saying.
Love them.
You
I'm
know
just
why?
saying.
You know
You
why
said
we
that
need
on
to
me.
see?
That's crucified, you know.
You know why we need to see more of this? Because like I've got a 12-year-old daughter, and she doesn't know about. If I would say to her, "Oh, Malaya, you know what? Do you know about this girl called Sushi?" She'd be like, "Mum, who's that?"
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
But then I don't know if that's
You need to
my
make the
fault.
platform for them to
to-
shine.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
If you think
There
about
is
it,
different- you know, that's a
Yeah.
good. That's a good point. I feel like even within the music industry, in terms of women,
Yeah.
there's not only having women like yourself, but literally behind the scenes, but some of the singers
Yeah.
don't necessarily. Sometimes it's credits.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't need to have 10,000 followers and need to
No.
see Stushy everywhere. Stushy's doing. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? And sometimes
Her own
it's
thing.
everyone's journey is different.
Yeah.
And also, I feel like a lot of us women are trying to do different things now. So you can't follow a path that you're creating.
Yeah.
So it's going to take a lot longer.
Yeah,
I
of
feel
course.
like a lot of women are being rushed
Yeah.
in their career, rushing it. If you're not popping at the moment, then you're not doing no work.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to do your groundwork. So not everyone has people like a massive team around them. Sometimes it's you. That's your booking agent.
That's
You
right.
have to
That's right.
study the business yourself. Sometimes it takes time, but yeah.
Because I think as well, there's a lot of competition in it. And with you saying that, do you feel like I haven't seen it and I don't know it. This is just a question. So to get your views on it, do you feel like women in the industry are pitted against each other in a competition sense, as in there will always be a
I think they do
yeah?
it to themselves.
I feel like it's brewing.
I have been,
Okay.
and for me, I've just like one of the things I've done, and people that know me and work with me, I stay in my lane. I can't be
Yeah.
you. I can't be you. I can only be
Yeah.
me.
Exactly.
And if you stay in your lane and mind your own damn business, you'll be good.
Yeah.
That's my
You'll
motto.
be fine.
That
And
is my motto.
from that, you know, I've had recommendations, so on and so forth. And you know, art that when people need to get certain things done, they'll know I will somewhere be in the mix.
Yeah.
I'll get that call. As I said, I don't put myself out there like that. I'm not the artist. I'm not the promoter. I'm
Yeah.
not the DJ. I don't want to be.
Yeah.
I like being behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I'm glad that you like being behind the scenes, and it shows that it's not just all about the spotlight and fame. I would just like to hear the women's names more, just to let. Not everybody's gonna assume that actually that was so well put together. That must be a woman behind it.
Yeah.
So it's just be nice for the 10-year-old Porsches and the 10-year-olds. So she's like, maybe they might not even, they're not used to being in a male-dominated industry. It would be nice to feel more comfortable going into the industry, knowing that there's some women in there that will have their back. And I feel like that we don't have any DJs on the show today, unfortunately. But I know some DJs. That are having a difficult time. I know some successful ones, but I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen like really good female DJs on, like they've got a set time to be on the show, and they've got a set time that they're going to be DJing, and they don't get a look in.
When it comes to their
And,
time,
it's with their peers, people that they're on radio stations with, people that know them and should respect them for their art. So it's kind of like, well, I'm good enough to play on the radio, but when
I'm
you're
not good
out
enough
getting
to
a
play
hype
that in
or a money
dance.
pull up, you don't want me to play my set. Or if I do play my set, I'm getting rushed off after 5 songs.
Yeah.
But then
Really?
you know what though? In the flip of that, I know women that have been through that, and now they're in positions where no one can test them.
Of
They've
course.
got, you know, Lady ST,
Of
Melody,
course.
Melody Kane.
Yeah.
I know them both very well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know her too, and it's like they can mix better than a lot of the men do.
Most definitely.
And sometimes as women, and it's bad to say, we have to invest in ourselves. We can't expect a man or whoever it might be to invest in us. Because we already know we're born a woman. We've already got that first fight.
Yeah.
It is a fact. It is what it is. We have to invest in ourselves and own our craft and invest in our craft. So when you're coming up to another man, on paper, for myself, for example, on paper, I'm more experienced, I'm more qualified. What can you really say right now?
Yeah.
You're more, you can sing better, your range is better, your vocal skills are better, you've done rehearsals, you've been exercising for your breath for it to be on tour. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's investing in ourselves as well. It's all good to look good, or might look the part, have all the equipment, but can you actually do the job and can you get it done?
Yeah, of course. But it's not just saying that. I'm saying that you need the support of your peers. Whether you're qualified or you're better than the other DJ, how are you gonna know that I can spin records better than the biggest dancehall DJ out there if I don't get the opportunity to do it?
You know what? All you need is that one chance, you know.
Yeah, but it's a bullying atmosphere. It's very bullying. It's bullying amongst themselves, amongst the men. You're like, get your shit together. Why are you lot competing with each other? Like, you can make it, the revelers have a nice time if you just get your shit together. So to be in a woman in that industry, I've seen a woman get upset and say, look, it's my time to, and I'm thinking to myself, you shouldn't even have to go to those extremes to have to spin. Respect me. Respect my craft. I'm doing the same thing that you're doing and probably a lot better than you. And that might be a threatening thing, but respect me. Do you understand? And I'm sure that, like, Lady Ruby, whatever, they come from like a male radio station, and I know that they're respected by their peers. Do you understand? And they've got that, it's a family thing, so their men will allow them, yo Riri, come do your thing. That's me giving you a bus, you know, because if someone doesn't call my name to come and play, I'm not playing. I'll be standing at the back with my CDs and my laptop all night if I don't. Do you understand? And not everyone's got that fighting spirit where they're gonna try and rustle to the front and play, because, you know, then who's gonna? I've even seen the woman comes on to DJ, and then no one doesn't want to talk on the mic for her. No one doesn't want to hype it.
Guess what? I'm gonna talk my damn self.
Some people are not confident like that.
But this is
even if it's, I've seen men, even if they don't want that man to come on, you see when that man comes on, even though they didn't want to come on, someone's on the mic, you know.
Yeah, but do you know what? We're talking about the music industry, and people forget, right? Number one, it's a business. It is probably the creative industry in a whole, but the music business is one of the hardest. Worse as women, it's hard. And I've had times where I'm just like, I don't even know if I can even continue this, but my passion keeps me going. And it's your passion, and it keeps you going in your drive. Of course.
You're
going to get the no. All it takes is that one yes. And then eventually, trust me,
everyone's
going to start running. Everyone's going to start running. You
following.
have to be consistent. You have to keep pressing gas.
And I think it takes a strong male to say yes as well. Because I think it takes a strong male to say yes when everyone else is saying no as well. I think a lot of people are sheep. And a lot of people are just going to follow and not do something against the grain. And I think that when we're talking about women uplifting, and we do need to uplift each other, but we also do need our men to uplift us as well. Uplift us. They're the majority in the industry. So uplift us, because we need it. We are uplifting our men all the time. So uplift us, and then, you know, we will spread that love as well. We can't just be talking about, I need to uplift my sister and uplift you, and then we're not getting upliftment from our peers that are men in the industry as well.
It's challenging. I think it's challenging as well, because like some of the men in the industry as well, if let's say they have a female on their team, right? Now they've come across you as an artist. Now they know that you're talented, but it's gonna be a disrespect if they have to bring you onto that team now, because they're feeling like
the first lady is.
She's gonna.
First lady.
Yes, she's gonna upset things with the other female, and that's what I find. I've had that. Like a lot of people, they're
there's not enough room for everybody.
Yeah, that's how I feel. But it's okay.
There's so much room.
You move on.
This is the
We
worst
create
thing.
these boundaries ourselves.
And I feel like you're boxing yourself. I feel
This
like
is
you're
it.
boxing yourself. We boxing
This is
ourselves in.
That's where our genre fails, because if you look at the mainstream, like the rap, the grime artists now,
Everyone gets a break.
when one raises, they're turning around and grabbing the next one.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Stormzy's grabbing Michael
That's how
Dapper,
you-
Steph
Yeah.
London, Jay
Yeah.
Hudson,
Yeah. Trust me.
everyone's
Yeah.
climbing the ladder.
Yeah.
With us, it's move.
Yeah.
But I do believe
it's
that
like
everyone
we're already
also has their
struggling.
time, has to be consistent.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
artists are not consistent.
Yeah.
No.
And then I've been in situations where I've had projects on, I've gone to an artist and said, okay, I can get you whatever bookings, or you can do whatever show, I can get you whatever brand, this is the contract, this is the money, and everyone's shaking and flaking.
Yeah.
It could be a man or it could be a female. You have to be consistent and you have to be ready and prepared. Not
Yeah.
dipping and diving. I'm artist 1 minute, I'm the model the next minute. It doesn't work like that. Again, it's a business, and sometimes artists are not consistent and not professional. I'm not saying this is only for women. It applies for men too.
everybody, yeah.
So from my perspective, from the
Business side.
business side, there are those situations as well. And with all genres, every artist has their time.
Yeah.
And it's about, are you ready? Are you prepared for that time? When it's your time, are you going to be like, oh, I'll wait back to you next week, and then that promoter's already gone to someone else, that brand's
Yeah,
gone to someone else, that project's
Yeah.
got a deadline. So there's also that end of it as well.
Yeah, and to take that kind of relates to what Dem Stuller was saying on our show, where he was saying, like, in the UK, he wasn't calling people lazy, but he was saying, you would arrange a hookup and it'd be like, yeah, we're gonna do that next week, and then next week you don't hear from them. And he said, when he was in Jamaica, it was a different thing. It was like, oh, I want to make a record with you, and they turn around and say, well, you ready now? Let's go in the studio now. And you're like, what now? And that's how the way they work is, let's get it done now. But I don't
Because
know.
everything's accessible for us here. in
Yeah,
London.
but then I feel like you say that, but then I feel like I've got a lot of people that want to
We don't
be
utilize it.
performing on the artist side, and it's like, why have you made no music? You made that, and it's like, I can't get in no one studio. No one won't let me use their studio, and it's like,
Is it because they're looking for a free studio?
no, people just
Unless
not.
No, I have to-
No. Yeah, which I know that
Again,
as well. Yeah,
are you
again.
looking to invest in your craft?
Yeah.
Instead of buying that £1,000 weave or
Yeah.
the red bottoms,
Yeah.
could you save that money and put it into your craft?
Yeah.
Are you looking for a manager to come and invest in you rather than investing in yourself
Self.
first and saying, do you know what, I've recorded a couple of tracks, I need help to go to the next level. It's about investing in ourselves as well.
Yeah, I hear that. Makes sense, because obviously you will hear a lot of freebie, but I do feel like there is a lot of intimidation where you might want to go to someone's studio and they're saying, yeah, next week, and you
there's
can
loads
never
of
get into
studios
their
now.
Now, yeah, there's
studio.
no
Loads of
excuse
studios.
now.
As
Yeah,
long as you have your money,
then
they will
people
allow
will.
you. Yeah, they will allow you.
And it's not even that expensive. Before, back in the day when it was like a
Yeah.
new thing, it was like
Yeah.
£100, 200, whatever. Now you can
£20
give,
an hour.
you can give exactly.
And then
I'm not
and
an
then
artist, I know
mastering and
that.
everything.
But
No,
Mastering is different. That's a different level.
Okay.
Studio time is accessible, yes. Good quality producers.
Right.
now.
But you have to shop around.
Let me tell you
You have
something.
to shop
I
around.
can only speak for myself, because a lot of people I know in the industry, a lot of people say Stishy's gone quiet, where's Stishy not percent. Let me tell you something. Stishy's got songs for days. But Stishy's not releasing nothing on nothing that's anything
Not-
less than.
yeah.
And at the end of the day, right now in England, the top producers are letting out either grime and rap or dancehall.
Yeah.
For a reggae artist like myself, I don't want to be voicing on a dancehall rhythm.
Rhythm,
I
yeah.
want, give me the saxophone, give me the
Yeah.
one drop, give me
But do
that.
you
Yeah.
feel
To
that it has to
find
be a
that
top
over here-
producer for you to get the best sound?
No,
Sorry?
you just have to be good.
No,
Not
but
even good,
because of
great.
what you were saying, the top producers are letting out the dancehall, the grime. Do you feel you have to be working with a top producer to
No,
get
as
your
in like
best?
the rhythms that are coming out, I mean.
Okay.
Right now, what I'm hearing, what's accessible, like I was talking to Jodian earlier, and if you want to find the kind of reggae, for example, like a proper,
Like a one drum.
Luciano,
roots,
that kind
reggae.
of.
But I feel like that
roots.
works best with live instruments anyway. So
it does,
me
it
personally, if I was a reggae artist,
Find a band.
I would find
Find a band, yeah.
And
Million
that is something
percent.
that is easy to
Million
find.
percent.
And I would,
And it's better for live
musicians,
performances
they
as
don't, they're
well.
not employed. So when you call them, they will come
Yeah,
because they're
it's
not
true.
employed. They're floaters. So, and they're creative. So once you get a band together, and you don't have to have every instrument, just some musicians, you take that to the studio, and this is what we're doing, and it's more authentic anyway. Me personally, especially for a reggae artist, because like you said, a lot of producers are not producing those songs for you to sing on.
Not in London anyway.
Yeah, it's
you have to go Germany or
Europe.
Women producers.
I don't know of any.
There's a
I haven't
couple.
met a female producer.
I don't want to say no and then someone else pops up in my DM.
Or maybe it's a good thing for you to say it, and then they pop up in your DMs.
Female producers, hello.
Where are you?
Female, male, good quality
I just want
reggae
good music.
producers.
Yeah. So this is what we need, people. This is what we need. We need to shed light on it. We need more music for all genres, not just jumping on what's hot, because if you was giving us the music that we need, we can make that hot too. But we can't make something hot if we're not getting it.
So Marla, I just wanted to ask you just a bit about your journey.
Tell us about it.
Yes.
Okay, so I've been on the scene almost 3 years. It'll be my 3rd year this year. I've put out 2 projects successfully. My first single, Better Days, came out 2015, premiered by Rodigan, was number 8 in the UK reggae charts, number 5 on iTunes when it came out, Survivor top 10 as well when that came out last year. I've toured Europe, California, obviously Jamaica, Caribbean. It's just been great. Personally, it's been hard in regards to, again, finding self. You always have that battle no matter what you do in life. But musically, I've kind of just embraced it, because I write all my own music, so I just write about reality, and I think that's why I love reggae, because it speaks our reality and it speaks our existence. And I'm just me. Like, I love love, and I feel like people get that energy from me. But I think as well, being who my dad is, it's definitely opened doors, but it also hinders me in a way where I don't get as much industry support as you'd expect.